This is Ecclesiasticus 27:3. Unless a man hold himself diligently in the fear of the Lord, his house shall soon be overthrown. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Kafadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone, peace and blessings, and salutations to those who elect. Shalom. Yahweh being in the name of God, who the world ignorantly calls God. Bahashim in the name Yahushai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Again, it's not God, it's not Jesus Christ, it's Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai. Those are the true names of the Heavenly Father and His Son, and those are the names you are going to need to call on in these times to come and save you. Ain't no other name given among men whereby we must be saved. The only two names going to save you is Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, and they're coming back to redeem the 1/3 of the elect, which you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native, and Seminole Indians, and 2/3 are slated for a sore destruction. This your brother Shathak Shar. I'm coming back with another quick lesson, basically going into unless a man hold himself diligently in the fear of the Lord, right, his house shall soon be overthrown. If you ain't in the fear of Yahweh Shemashah, then your house will fall. And I brought out this scripture because in Babylon the Great, this place doesn't reference or respect Yahweh Shemashah. They scoff and mock. And the scriptures tell us clearly, be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked. Right? You sowing wicked seed, right? Trying to come up against Yahweh Shemashah. You see? And Babylon the Great doesn't fear the Lord, man. So this place will be overthrown. Forcibly removed from power. That's what this word goes into. To be overthrown. You know, Esau Edom is finna be uprooted. You know, he's finna be put out from the land of the living. Yahweh Shemashah is finna root him out. You know, because his influence had poisoned many. His way of life had poisoned many. You see, unless you uproot everything from a plant, then that plant is going to return. This is why Yahweh Shemashah finna uproot or remove everything from Babylon the Great. Therefore, it won't rise again. This is why he bringing this nuclear, destruction. This is why he have plucked up the roots of the proud nations. Yahweh Shemashah is going to root them out of this land. The wicked will be no more after this destruction, man. You see, Yahweh Shemashah is through the roof of Babylon the Great. He's through the roof of wickedness. This is why the beginning of sorrows is here. This is why a lot of people been dying of horrific deaths. We in that time, man, of Yahweh Shemashah visiting this place, man. You having earthquakes in places that you ain't never heard of, right? You have strong tempests, strong storms coming out of nowhere, right? Massive heat waves, even I think the sky turned red, I believe, and I think that was New York, I think, or it was somewhere. I heard a brother was talking about it. It's a lot going on in Babylon the Great, man. Yahweh Shemashah got things moving in the earth. Our deliverance is right at the door. The destruction of our enemies is finna be here, man. The downfall of our enemies, man. We headed down that road, man. That is right at the door, man. You see? So let's read this again. It says, unless a man hold himself diligently in the fear of the Lord. And Esau Edom ain't gonna do that. He doesn't fear the Most High. He put himself in equal with Yahweh Shemashah through his technology, through his influence, through his way of living, man, which is wickedness. Wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth. The earth was given into the hands of the wicked. They polluted the way of life with wickedness and folly. This is why this kingdom will not stand. It's unstable. It's weak. The structure and the foundation is weak, man. You know? And let's keep reading. It says, his house shall soon be taken away. Overthrown. Salakia. You know, so Yahweh Shemashah, he's going to forcibly remove Esau Edom from power with violence and war. You see, this is Proverbs 12:3. It says, a man should not be established by wickedness. Why? Because like it said, wickedness never brings stability. Stability goes into stable. So it's unstable in Babylon the Great. You know, the structure, the foundation is weak. Their strength is wickedness. Therefore, it's not stable. You know, this is why it's going to be bound to fall. It's like they built their foundation upon sand and not a solid rock. Even if you keep reading, it says the root of the righteous shall not be moved. Because the root of the righteous is building a foundation upon Yahweh Shemashah, upon that rock. It's like, you notice when you sitting on a peak of a mountain, right? And you watching the sea hidden against the rock that's in the midst of the water. That rock doesn't move. That's the righteous standing upon Yahweh Shemashah. If you don't come into the truth of Yahweh Shemashah, then you'll be moved. But only the righteous. You gotta be righteous in this thing, man. You can't be other wicked. Right? Wickedness doesn't bring stability. Therefore, Babylon the Great will be moved. You see? They are fruits of the wicked. The fruits of the wicked, right? Producing rotten, unhealthy, and tainted fruits. Right? This is why Yahweh Shemashah is going to uproot Babylon the Great. They ain't producing no good fruit. And Yahweh Shemashah is going to plant new roots. That's with the lowly, the humble, the meek, the afflicted, the elect. You see? What it say, the elect shall only inherit the earth. Psalms 37 or Psalms 35, I believe. Matter of fact, when we get this, we're gonna go get that. It says, the wicked are overthrown and are not, but the house of the righteous shall stand. Only the righteous will stand in the times to come, but the wicked will die and disappear. Let's go into this word, overthrown. Right? You see that? It says overthrown, overturn, upset, a storm overturning trees, right? To cause the downfall, to bring down defeat. And Esau Edom will be defeated. Esau's kingdom, his system, everything he's trying to perform will be brought down. You see, will be brought down. So, what we're going to do here, I'm going to get some more of this word. And we just going to go to the Google too. And get some more of this word. Overthrown definition. It says to be removed from a position of power by force. You see, defeated, right? Forcibly. It used to let me click that word forcibly too as well. There it is. We're going to click this word. Forcibly. To do something using physical power, violence. You see, through violence, right? Esau Edom will be removed. Doing something by using the same thing. See? So Yahweh Shemashah through violence and war will remove Esau Edom from power. Esau Edom finna lose his position. And because this is the reason why. Oh, let me get that only I think it's 37. Yeah, we're gonna read down into it. This is Psalms 37:9. It says, for evildoers shall be cut off, but those who wait upon Yahweh shall inherit the earth. And those that is waiting upon Yahweh Shemashah is the elect. You see, those are the ones that's trusting in Yahweh Shemashah. It says, for yet a little while the wicked shall not be. Yeah, thou shalt diligently consider his place, but it shall not be. Esau Edom finna die and disappear. See? Esau Edom will be gone here very soon, man. Verse 11, this is the point. It says, the meek shall inherit the earth. You see that? Let's read that again. It says, but the meek shall inherit the earth. That's the elect, the lowly, the humble, the afflicted, the elect. It says, and shall delight themselves in an abundance of peace and prosperity. That's how the righteous, the meek, the elect will live here in the near future after this destruction. You see, and Esau Edom, they have trusted in their intelligence, their technology, their influence, their wickedness. They is not in the thoughts of Yahweh Shemashah at all. This is Psalm 17. And I think it's this is good, but I'm looking for not in their thoughts. (17:10) is good too. I'm gonna read this too. It says Psalm 17:10. They are enclosed in their own fat, right? With their own mouth they speak proudly, and this is how the wicked is. They brag and boast about what they have, you know, thinking their own importance is way more important than one that created everything. Let's click. That ain't what I'm looking for. Maybe it's in the one that I'm finna get, hopefully. This is Psalms 52. And we gonna start at verse 5. It says, the Most High shall likewise destroy thee forever. He shall take thee away and pluck thee out of thy dwelling places. Everything that you see now, Esau Edom will be plucked out of his dwelling places. Esau Edom is going to be rooted out of the land of the living. Reading down unto it, it says, pluck thee out of thy dwelling places and root thee out of the land of the living. So Esau Edom is going to be uprooted. It says in the NLT, it says, but the Most High will strike you down once and for all. He will pull you from your home and uproot you from the land of the living. It says, verse 6, the righteous also shall see and fear and shall laugh at him. We're going to be amazed. We're going to be laughing at these devils, man, being taken out of rulership. Verse 7, it says, lo, meaning look, this is the man that not made the Most High his strength. Yeah, he didn't make Yahweh Shemashah his strength. You see? But what he did, it says, but trusted in the abundance of his riches and the strength, and strengthened himself in his wickedness. You see, this is why he will be brought down. And this showing right here, he don't fear Yahweh Shemashah. He trusted in himself. He exalted himself. This is why Esau Edom have no deliverance. Esau Edom don't have no place in salvation at all. None whatsoever. And no one can change that. No one. You see, Esau Edom is finished. Let me try Psalms 10. See if that's it. Something telling me to go in. Ooh, yeah. Here it is. Kala Yabashamasha. Man, we gonna start at 1. It says, this is Psalms 10 and 1. Why standest thou afar off, O Yahweh? Why hidest thyself in the times of trouble? You see, and it can be like that. Seeing how the wicked is prospering in his way. You know, but hey, one thing we gotta remember is Yahweh Shemashah seeth everything. There is no wicked thing that is not hid from Yahweh Shemashah. You see, hey, another thing we gotta remember is Yahweh Shemashah is long suffering. You see, verse 2, it says, the wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. And that's what he's continued to do. Even with his new world order. Even by plotting schemes to trap and overthrow our goings. You see, this is what the wicked is trying to do in our time, man. It says the wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. The MOTB, which is going to cause a lot of, trouble in our time, right? Bring a lot of trouble to our doorsteps. That mischievous device. You see, it says the wicked arrogantly hunt down the poor. Let them be caught in the evil they plan for others. They plotting against us, man, planning some evil. They attended evil against us, man. And some of you Jakes want to continue to join hand in hand with him. With Esau Edom, shit, you gonna fall down. You gonna be let down by your allies, man. Verse 3. It says, for the wicked boast of his heart's desires, and blesseth the covetous whom Yahweh abhorreth. For they brag about the evil desires, and they doing that in these videos, thinking that they won't be brought down. They think they won't be touched, none whatsoever. This is what the wicked, this is what Nero, DJT, think he can't be touched. Or bragging and boasting about his plans and what he's trying to accomplish and what he's trying to do. Man, Yahweh Shemashah is finna annihilate this devil. Put him in a public embarrassment. Right? It says for they brag about their evil desires. They praise the greedy and curse the Most High. Yeah, they be cursing Yahweh Shemashah. You see? Verse 4, it says, the wicked through the pride of his countenance, right, will not seek after the Most High. The Most High is not in all his thoughts. They changed the images of the Most High and his Son. They changed the images of the angels. Changed his name. You see, you can tell by the way they carry themselves. Most High is not in all their thoughts. They brag about what they have. They feel like their own existence is way more important than Yahweh Shemashah. That's overly wicked, man. Boy, I tell you. But y'all want to save these devils. Y'all 2/3 want to save these devils. Man, let these folk get their judgment. Reading it in the NLT, it says, the wicked are too proud to seek the Most High. They too proud to search for Yahweh Shemashah. They even got this wicked ass Christianity, changing certain things in the scriptures, teaching lies. Look how the way they carry themselves. It says the wicked are too proud to seek the Most High. They seem to think that the Most High is dead. That's also how they think too. But I tell you one thing, Yahweh Shemashah is going to bring every work into judgment. Yahweh Shemashah have prepared his throne for judgment. And he's finna come and judge this world for its evil and the wicked for their iniquity. Isaiah 13:11. You see, Yahweh Shemashah is not finna play with the wicked. And if you want to join hand in hand with the wicked, you're going to be brought down too as well, right along with them. He that toucheth pitch therewith shall be defiled therewith. He that have a fellowship with the proud man shall be like unto him. Yahweh Shemashah ain't playing with the wicked, man. I'll get a couple more, man. This is Ecclesiasticus, known as Sirach 13. And we gonna get to the point. Nah, it ain't 13, it's 10, Salakia. It's 10 and 13, what I'm looking for. Yeah. This is Ecclesiasticus 10 and 13. It says, for pride is the beginning of sin, and he that hath it shall pour out their abomination. And this is what you seeing in Babylon the Great. Abomination. A whole bunch of abominable acts being played out in Babylon the Great. This place is overly wicked. Do as thou wilt. Right? It says for pride is the beginning of sin, and he that hath it shall pour out his abomination. And therefore the Lord brought upon them strange calamities and overthrew them utterly. And we already looked up that word, overthrow. Right? He's finna forcibly remove them from power. He's bringing strange calamities, man. Strange judgments. A lot of judgments is being played out through the earth. A lot of people been dying of horrific deaths. A lot of mass murders been happening. Even overly wicked murder is happening. I talked to the elder, the beloved elder, Elder Yakal, our camp leader in GMS, Arkansas, right? I sent him a video of this Edomite, and he killed his stepfather. His grandmother, and I think it was either his stepfather or some other man. He killed both of them, and in the midst of killing them, he licked the blood up off the hammer. Man, this place gotta go, man. We gotta get delivered from this place, man. So it says, for pride is the beginning of sin, and he that hath it shall pour out his abomination. And therefore the Lord brought upon them strange calamities and overthrew them utterly. Yahweh have cast down the thrones of the proud princes and set up the meek in their stead. He's finna replace the wicked. You see, he's finna uproot, right, the wicked from the land of the living and plant in new roots that's finna flourish and bring in healthy and good fruits, right? Because the fruits here is rotten and tainted. Okay? So it says, verse 15, it says, Yahweh have plucked up the roots of the proud nations and planted the lowly in their place. The meek shall inherit the earth. We just read that, right? The lowly, the afflicted, the humble, and the meek. It says Yahweh Shemashah overthrew countries of the heathen and destroyed them to the foundations of the earth. Sodom and Gomorrah, ancient Egypt, right? Even in the time of Noah, especially Sodom and Gomorrah. And he's finna do the same thing in our time, right? It says he took some of them away and destroyed them, and have made their memorial to cease from the earth. Memory, Salakia, or memorial. I think it's memorial. To cease from the earth. see, Yahweh Shemashah is trying to do that same very thing. It's going to be desert creatures in Babylon the Great. This place is going to be a desolate wilderness. Right? So with that, I hope this, little lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Kafadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Grand Millstone. Peace and blessings and salutations to Ophi elect. Till the next time I say, Shalom.